Right, OD, back for another Rhyme Asylum track. The third track on the album, State of Lunacy. Dope ass album from the noughties. Let's go. The track is called Lost.
I was birthed in a savage hell where the system's a straitjacket and great planet Earth is a padded cell trapped in the same place. We live in a maze with deadly weapons hidden away in these militant days. To reach a different stage, we must struggle and strive.
Ooh,
I can't sit in this
cut.
cage, believe in different stage. We must struggle and strive. I can't sit in this cage, believe in government lies while stages juggle our lives. The future is bleak cause we got youths on the streets causing trouble with knives. So when will this havoc stop? I said a holy prayer for people not to vote for Tony Blair
In the ballot box. Ooh, we're talking about Tony Blair. Bleeding hell. Okay, right. Oh, my mouse stopped working. They're talking about Tony Blair. So when did this album come out? Right. Asylum, State of Lunacy. The album came out in 2008. Okay, I'm pretty sure Tony Blair was out of the game by 2008. British leading political parties. List of political parties by year. Okay, let's have a look. From 79 to present. He doesn't want you to vote for Tony Blair in the ballot box. Oh look, here's some prime ministers. There's Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, John Major. He's not a prime minister. That was Nick Clegg. Is it Nick Clegg? Yeah. And then David Cameron, former prime minister. So let's have a ganders at when our man TB was in power. Oh, it was after Tony Blair. 2007. Okay. Now, he didn't lose. He stepped aside for our man, Gordon Brown, who were then in power. Okay. Right. So, Labour were in power from 97 to 2010. I mean, what finished Gordon Brown was calling that lady a bigot. It's weird that that finished it because nowadays that wouldn't finish you. It might finish. I don't know. It might turn public opinion against you, but you know, the regressive left would would love you. Not the progressive left though. The progressive left, where it's all what it's all about. Right. Okay. Anyway, so we're getting a bit distracted here. Don't vote for Tony Blair in 2008. You wait a minute. Yeah, there was a chance still. He stepped aside, didn't he? And Gordon Brown took over. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Only cares hiding the truth from people, the greed of mankind, fertilizing the roots of evil, searching for life's purpose. Knowing I'm lost, never going to mosque or praying at Christ churches. Displaying tight verses has become a way of life. Leading a sinful path will cause me to pay a price. And now
I don't like that off snare.
To be mine and fate. Can't have a life in paradise or enter heaven's gates. We all rats in a race on a climb and chasing glory. Can't fall flat on my face. I know time ain't waiting for me. So my aim's making progress. Finding a safe haven, but my brain's aching in this painstaking process. In this.
I'll say that I'm not sure who the rapper is, this first guy, but it is like standard good rhymes. It's not mind blowing, but it's standardly good.
Life I lead, I either fight or bleed, cause all the sights of greed affected this righteous seed. And knowing how unkind life can seem, my mind drifts, cause it's sometimes nice to dream. And deep inside of me I feel I need to change, cause only in times of need is when I seem to pray. We're even harming ourselves with the air we're breathing. I'm so stressed to the point where my hair's receding. Humans losing their lives in violent killings. I'm waiting for the world to end and time is ticking. Some people choose the path of righteous living, while others refuse to be brainwashed by religion. So repent your sins before Christ has risen. Until the end begins, I choose to fight the system.
So, trying to encapsulate what like the song or that verse is about, like being lost, kind of lost in society to some degree. There's like a bit of anti-religious sentiment in there, but also then like references to divine beings, which very much reminds me of myself. I'm someone who is an atheist. I don't see a reason for a god to exist. There could be a god, but I need some evidence to prove there's a god. So that makes me an atheist. I'm not somebody who says God doesn't exist. I believe God doesn't exist because that's not an atheist. That's, well, or you could call it a hard atheist if you want, and I'm a soft atheist, agnostic atheist, maybe, whatever. But when I wrote lyrics and stuff, I'd definitely drop a lot of bars like like I believed in God or something, but I never did.
Grown by the coldest of souls of devilish eyes, seeing how most of the globe's Americanized. Fire in the heavenly skies and Armageddon, drifting into darkness so far from heaven. And the meaning of life remains an unanswered question. I learn from mistakes in the past and present. Now humanity's overpowered by the forces of evil, and over time God's become less important to people. Destinations off the rails.
Yeah, okay, what so, like, and God's become less important to people. What's he trying to say in that? That's true.
To people, destinations off. When over time God's become less important to people. Destinations off the rails. Living life, committing crimes, ended up locked in jail. Using guns and knives, ruining tons of lives. It's like a permanent black cloud over these London skies.
Feeling trapped cause the system's infected. So take a step back and look at life from a different perspective.
The ups and downs, just when you touch the clouds, your luck is out and you fall to the dusty ground.
Haunted by this horrible carnage.
This dude's my favourite. He's got a lot of presence.
The ups and downs, just when you touch the clouds, your luck is out and you fall to the dusty ground.
This is a lost world full of crazy places. It's hell on earth and it's getting worse on a daily basis. Head spinning from lack of sleep, on the brink of insanity. I clench my fist to get a grip on reality. Sick of twisted morality, dodging the sly snakes. Locked in a mind state, never following blind faith. Our foods play with casting the
never following blind faith.
Parts of this planet are starving to death. In prison, the white Nazis, humans are equal, yet the stupidest people build systems of hierarchy. The famous praised by these mugs, they're the same as a layman. I must stop waiting in the rain for the bus. Cancer cracking the AIDS virus, no intelligence. Idiots commit random acts of insane violence. People are ignorant, evil is infinite. Kept breathing by a breed of secret syndicates. No justice in legal systems. Teach breathing by a breed of secret syndicates. No justice in legal systems. Teach the victims as a layman. I must stop waiting in the rain for the bus. Cancer cracking the AIDS virus, no intelligence. Idiots commit random acts of insane violence. People are ignorant, evil is infinite.
People are ignorant, evil is infinite.
Breathing by a breed of secret syndicates. No justice in
something about breathing in a secret syndicate.
legal systems. Teach the victims, and it seems evil villains only see weeks in prison. Resentfully await the end of time. Races generalize. The devil manifests through hateful genocides. Burning molecules of fossil fuels, wasting the planet's energy. Packets of tobacco, a plague of satanic devilry. The aftermath of bloodsheds, ever time. Races genocides. Burning molecules of fossil fuels, wasting
fossil fuels.
The planet's energy.
Wasting the planet's energy.
Packets of tobacco, a plague of satanic devilry.
Packets of tobacco, a plague of satanic devilry. I like the combination of words, and the meaning's nice, but the combination of sounds are good.
Aftermath of bloodsheds everlasting. No genies in bottles of spirits, wishes never granted. Burning their lungs up on cigarettes. Drinking to hidden depths, looking like sticking sex to living dead. Extinction's been maliciously planned. Don't roll religious, the holy scriptures are written by man. People leading a life of secrets and lies deep in the night. Being deceitful and leaving to cheat on their wives. Ascending divorce rates, relationships turn tasters quick and ending defending a court case. I ain't even living in cardboard boxes, but right now it seems like my life's got more issues than Marvel Comics. The capital city got no superheroes. The value of human life's been reduced to zero. The evolution of street pollution means the fumes that are breathed by humans induce disease and tumours. And wars bring national panic and civilian corpses. Military forces cause collateral damage. Politics is a lost abyss. We got no control, trapped on our mobile phones, doomed for apocalypse. So fuck the general election, cause most are ignorant to others living at the opposite ends of the spectrum. What if life's an illusion, a mystery, and some people spend their entire time trying to find a solution? All I know is while I strive for the truth and fight the confusion, still ain't reached my final conclusion, and that's it.
Feeling trapped cause the system's infected, so take a step back and look at life from a different perspective.
The ups and downs, just when you touch the clouds, your luck is out and you fall to the dusty ground.
Haunted by part of this horrible carnage. Life's a nightmare. I lie scared, lost in the darkness.
The ups and downs, just when you touch the clouds, your luck is out and you fall to the dusty ground.
Okay. Alright, third song on the album, and it's another, it's like, for me it's a bit lackluster, but I suppose when you listen to songs like one at a time, I suppose you just kind of want a banger, don't you? The rhymes were all solid, the meaning was, you know, it wasn't a hard, solid topic, but yeah, lost. Some kind of lost in society type of business. It's a good song. I think it's probably better than Straight Jacket. It's one that I would have on my album as a kind of, you know, like it's a down track. It's down in between the bangers. Because let's say you've got 12 tracks on an album. Is that an album? 12 tracks or is 20? Okay, let's say you've got 12 tracks. Then I think you need at least 8 bangers. Any style bangers, but mainly like banging bangers. Let's say you got 20 tracks. You probably need, you know, 15 bangers. Like, most of them need to be bangers, and some can just be banging beats with maybe a softer melody. You know, you can interpret what banging is. It's the banging beat. I mean, I like my orchestral stuff, you know, some epic banging beats. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be bassy, synthy banging beats. Dope ass samples cut up. Banging. Just make them banging. Yeah, and then with the rest of them, you know, maybe 3 chilled tracks, an intro and a skip, and you're good. Yeah. Get them in there. Anyway, the bangers are still to come on this Rhyme Asylum album, so bear with us. We will see them. But for now, peace out.